Hi, my name is Terry Lee from Sweet Pea Papers and the Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group, and this is video 4 in our Nautical Impressions Kit and book, and we're using the kit by the same name, Nautical Impressions by Victoria Design. Okay, this is a manila folder book, and if you've been following along, then you know that we've gotten all the way to page, I believe we're on 5 and 6, I think. Anyway, this is our cover, and the problem that we're having with this right here, I'll show you what happened in just a minute. And then this is 1 and 2, and I put the thumb hole in. You want to be careful when you put the thumb hole in and make sure you take your card out, because this is what happened to my card that was in there. Yeah, it took a munch out. So I'm going to save it and try to use it as a pocket somewhere. It's already got the thumb hole punched out. So that way you can reach in and grab the card and put it back in. Try to keep it close to the end. These cards are not quite as big as these openings. And so I decided not to put tabs on them because of the way the pictures are, and because I didn't want tabs sticking out of this particular book. Okay, so this is page 1 with our flip up magnetized belly band. Then we have on here, now this I put repositional tape on here because I forgot to use a magnet to begin with, and that keeps it from swinging around. And then you can open it and close it again, and open it and close it again, and it doesn't leave anything over here. You do kind of see them over here, and you have to be careful and not let them get dirty. If they do, you can rub it off and then put a new batch on, and then nobody will be the wiser. Now, I haven't cut ephemera yet, so we have pockets with nothing in them yet. And then this folds back like this, and then this opens like this. We got our card. This is the part we did in the last video, and we've got our hidden pockets, and this opens, and we have pockets that need things here. These are our hidden pockets, so when you take it out, you can't see the pocket at all. And I mean, it's really hard. I'm sitting right here in front of it, and I can barely see where it is. So that's what we did. Now, this is the problem that's causing the big opening. Our magnets are right here, and as you can see, that's causing a thickness right in the center in the spine area. So what we should have done, or what I should have done, is done it the opposite way around. Put the big sides together, tapering out to the openings, and put the magnets out here. By the time I realized, it was too late. The glue was dry. Everything was done and done. Okay, so this is also a pocket here and a pocket here, so we can put something in there as well. All right, now this is where we're at today. Yeah, pages 5 and 6, and we're going to have a little bit of fun with page 5. But these are the papers I've selected. This is technically the center of the book, and so we're going to do a double envelope flap, whatever. And what I did was I picked these 2 pages, which are half of the same page. You know what I mean? They go together. It printed out like this together. Then I took a paper and I printed it out that I liked, which is this one, and it says, "Mr. Captain, stop the ship." And this says, "Mr. Captain, stop the ship." I thought it was perfect. And then when I cut the paper out, all I did was cut the height, and then I was able to cut it right in half, and it went right together. So that's carrying the theme together to having it in the center. We're also going to put writing cards in here. We're going to make a little cut and put the writing cards in, and we're going to do some stenciling, and yeah, so we're going to have some fun. All right, so let's start with 1 page at a time. Okay, let me paper clip this on here. We've got this to work with. And we'll move our book out of the way since we don't need it right now. Don't let me forget the magnets. This is some of the stenciling. We're going to use this to make the cards, and we're going to try to make the cards the same, or actually I'm trying to decide one with this picture and the other with that picture. We'll see. But I want to stencil in the middle right here because it's just too empty. So what I want to do is I want to stencil this anchor image, which this is just a little test to test the color against this cream color. That's why the whole anchor isn't on there and it's a little crooked and whatnot. But it turned out really nice. So what we're going to do is we're going to get the stencil. Now I got 12, let me see how many there are. A lot. I got all of these ocean themed stencils. They're 6x6s. Some of them are big, huge picture, but most of them have 3, 4, 5 images on them. And so there's a lot of them in here that you can use. They come with a hole in the corner, but if they don't, then you can always take your hole punch and punch a hole in each corner, put them on a ring, and then you can keep your groups together. Okay? So now, and we may use some of these you know, in other parts of the book, different ones. So what I want to do is I want to put this anchor right here in this one. Now, I didn't think about it. I just got my grabby mat, but since I don't have it with me, I'm going to put this where I think I want it. Sorry for looking at the top of my head. I think I want it right there. And then what I did was I did masking tape over the edges of the other two. Excuse me. Get a drink here. I had a couple of peanut M&Ms and I think the peanuts got stuck in my throat. That's what I get for eating candy, right? Anyway, I took masking tape and I put it on my pants a few times, stuck it, took it off to get most of the sticky off because I didn't want to really have it sticking through on my page. However, a little bit will help, kind of help hold it where it is. We can also get some washi. I've got a whole bunch, and I use colors that I don't really like or that the chances of me using them are really low, like bright green. And then you can take washi and stick your stencil down. Sorry about that. This is one I've not used before. I thought I had peeled the beginning of this one off. And for some reason this is super sticky washi. Super sticky washi. There we go. So I'm going to want to stick this on my pants once too before I use it. Okay. So I'm going to hold it down. So that it doesn't move, hopefully. It actually looks a lot better when it's not on the roll, doesn't it? It's like kind of a mint green. Anyway, so what I meant was I needed to get my bigger piece of this, my media mat, and then the paper wouldn't have moved around. I wouldn't have had to worry about that. So you see how well it works when you do with the brush. I'm going to tap this off to get the extra off, and then we're going to stencil this right on here. And you see the masking tape keeps me from accidentally going over and picking up the edge of the ones that are by it. And you want to be careful to not get the edge so that you have the straight line. You know what I mean? You don't want to do that. Okay, let's see how well I did. Oh, look at that. That looks cool. I like it a lot. Let's stick our washi up there. Okay, so that worked out well. I like that. Okay, now I want to clip this back on, even though it has the tape on it. I might want to use it again here in a minute for another piece that's on here, another picture that's on there. I've inked the pages already. I've inked all of the envelope covers, front and back pictures. So we'll just have to do the cards and the cards that go inside the envelopes, and that's about all. So I've already inked almost everything. I like that this turned out almost the exact color of this. That's pretty cool. This is actually iced spruce, and it's sort of like a blue spruce color. Works out really well with this nautical theme. Okay, so now that we've got that, let's take a look at this. And before we forget to do anything else, let's get our magnet on here. Let's not forget. So I forgot on another one, and that was why I had to put that repositional tape on there. I'm going to have to switch over to my other magnets pretty soon. Okay. I was hoping we could use some charms, but we've already are so spread out. Let's see, we want it here because it's going to close that way. Yeah. You want to put it on there before you put the paper on, and that will hold it shut. Okay, let's go ahead and do it to the other one. Better safe than sorry. That's what I say. So we're going to put it right here in the middle. Goodness. And this is just Scotch tape. And you just tape them down. They're going to be under the paper. They're not going anywhere. They wouldn't go anywhere with this tape on them either. Okay, so we've got that. Now all we have to do is remember to put the ones on the back side. Now I also have discovered that the inside cover, so the back, is also the same size as the card you're going to need for the inside. So we're going to take one of those before we glue it to our envelope, which is going to be this one. Yep, see, it fits right in there. Let's double check. I used the other one, I think, but it should fit right in here. Yeah. This one could use just a smidge taken off. That's all right. Okay. So we've got those. So let's take this and let's make our writing card. Now our writing card is going to be vertical. I'd like to get this ship image. So let's go, we can go from the edge and still get it. Yeah. Sorry about all the sirens. Apparently every fire truck in the neighborhood is coming by. Sounds like they're pulling in my apartment complex, actually. Oh, now they're going. The firehouse is right by my apartment complex. Okay. So now we could make them the same, or, you know, I could try to get this corner here. That's kind of nice. Let's take a look at what we can do here. All right, so let's get the width first. Gives us a nice scrap. Good. It cut off enough of this spyglass that you can't tell what it is. That's good. Look at that. That's cool. See, and then the octopus is under there. That works for me. Definitely works for me. So now let's make sure that it fits in here okay. Yeah, I'm going to make it just a smidge shorter. Just a smidge. Maybe not even a whole smidge. Maybe just a part of a smidge. And then we're going to round the corners too. Yep. Perfect. Come here. My fingers, I couldn't figure out a way to grab it. Okay. Now, before we round the corners, let's make the other one. Now, do we want to try to grab this image up here? No, because you'd get the top of the ship. Let's try to grab the same image. See, now that spyglass is lined right up. Okay, once again, let's get the width. I'll have two of those pieces hanging out. Looks like I'm a little farther up and a little farther up and a little farther up. So I'm going to go down just a smidge on both. Yeah, that looks closer. I'll go down a little bit on this one. Let's see how we did. Okay. Oh, that's right. We took a smidge off the height on the one so that it would fit. Or so that it would fit better. Okay. They're not exactly the same, but they're close enough that you know, the picture, there's a little bit more of the here than here because it's moved down a little bit. I need to erase this mark. Okay. Ah, that's why that keeps curling up, because I moved my camera, and so I'm marking with masking tape where the edge is. Okay. So now we know that will work, both of them. So let's go ahead and round the corners. If you have bad hands, this is the best $20 you'll ever spend. And then let's ink them while we're looking at them. Everything else has already been inked. It's just we had to cut these custom, so. I printed a generic cream color paper on the back. And that's what I'm wondering if we should stencil on it, since it isn't the writing with the edge on it, you know, the curled paper edge. But I did make sure we got this, which looks like a fishing net. So I liked that. I may just leave it that way. Let's ink it real quick. We'll do one together. It's silly for you to watch me do both. I'll just come back once we're done with the video and take that card out and ink it. I think it's going to be fine. I don't think we're going to need to stencil it. Especially if you give it a good inking around the edge. Let's do a little more over here. I think that looks good. I'm not sure that we need to do anything else to it. Okay, so we'll set that aside. And I'm pretty sure all the papers have been inked. These two have, I know that. So now this is going to go on like this. We're going to line it up with the top. And then we're going to paper it. So let's go ahead and attach it. Make sure you put enough glue on top of the existing glue there so that you can move it around a little bit if you need to. Once this glue, the factory glue on the envelopes, gets activated, then boy howdy, it sticks. Yeah, that looks fine though. Okay. And we're going to put the cover on. Let's make sure it's right side up. Anchor. You know what I just did? I want this one on this page, and I want it to be down here. I got the pages, I got them mixed around. Okay. Because we need the front that says Captain Stop the Ship on the front of this one, and that one goes on here with the anchor. So we're working with two pages at once. We got them a little confused. Glad I realized it ahead of time. Because once I put the papers on, I wouldn't have been able to just flip it. I can't anyway because it's got directional writing on it. I know to wait for the air bubble, and I still get impatient. Okay, now the next thing we want to do is we want to put the magnets on the back. We don't want to forget that. Okay, we're going to have to break out our extra, our new magnets here in just a little bit. I think we're down to 2 and a couple of pieces. And I don't think these will interfere with any other magnets in the book. I had that happen in a book. 2 magnets were too close together and they were repelling each other, and it was pushing the book pages apart. Okay, that's what I wanted. Okay, now we want this here. This nice easy page. Remember to leave your little edge all the way around, plus we're going to trim it to put the cards in. Okay. Open this up. Don't worry about this. Just don't glue across here. Just glue around here like that and you'll be fine. Or just glue the paper. You're just going to glue around the edges. Well, if you're me, if you're you and you're used to gluing the whole center, then stop. Stop and don't do it on this one. You'll glue your pocket shut. Just make sure your edge is even all the way around. Almost feel like I should have stenciled this before we put it on the page in case we made a mistake. It's not already on the page. Okay, and then let's go ahead and do the thing for the card. And then we can stick the card in there. And it just has to be a hair. For goodness sakes. Okay, and you see that opens up your envelope. And we'll take our card that's been inked and put it in there. Nice. And it'll stick out just a little bit. Yeah, because when you glue it, it takes a little bit away from the depth because you glue the paper right around, and it gives you about that 1/8. I've just got this a little crooked. There we go. Okay. So now this one, we're going to cover the front. Let's make sure the writing's right side up. It is. The reason I like to trim it afterwards instead of before putting the paper on is because you can see if your paper's a little bit uneven or crooked. You can fix it. You can fix it while you when you cut it. When you cut the side of the envelope, I mean. We've got the magnets too. I mean, we could put writing cards in here if we want to. And it might look nice. Okay. Let's cover the back. I almost forgot. I'm making these to where they go to the upper left. The color after we've cut them off. It's how wide you make this part of the glue along here as to how much of the depth of the pocket is impacted. Okay, let me put this on. Okay, now we're going to trim it. My hand just does not want to cooperate. I'm cutting off such a thin piece, it's easy for it to just kind of come right off the edge. This is all the thicker of a piece that I'm tearing off. That's it. Okay, and that opens this up. This one comes in this way, so we'll put our card in this way, and I'll ink it. So I'm going to stick it in like this so I remember to ink it. Now all we have to do is put the pages in the book. Let me see what time we're at. Okay. So we're just going to glue this in. And then we're very, very close to time on the video. So I'm just going to lay the other one on there. And then I'll glue it in, and then it'll be in the book. Watching me glue one piece of paper is pretty much like watching me glue another one, huh? And if you glue this really good around the edges, you don't have to worry about putting extra glue around the magnet. Okay, this is going to be at the top. Trying to figure out what I was looking at. I was looking at the right edge. It's just a little wrinkly because of the magnet, so I was having a little trouble figuring out what I was doing. Plus, it's where two of the envelopes come together. Oh, and it's also where our double pocket is. I cut the thumb hole out in the middle because I forgot that we had to cut it in here, and now that was too late. And then I wanted to put this here, so that was too late. So I put the thumb hole on the divider paper in between the two pockets. Okay. All right. And so then I'm going to glue this one in, and I'll ink the card. So you don't have to. I'll do it so you don't have to, because that's just the kind of gal I am. So that's it for this video. I'll see you in the next video, and that'll be just a second for you and a day for me. Okay, bye-bye.